I learned about a interesting word yesterday. You ever heard of casual racism? Have y'all ever heard of casual racism? Well, let me give y'all a breakdown, right? So, as you know, I'm a proponent of black people can be racist, right? But I've always had a difficulty trying to separate like the structural racism that come from slavery that we all
like
agree with. Yeah, the power stuff. And the racism that we do every day, where we may be talking about some chinks at the corner or whatever we saying on some slick shit that we any other time we looked at as racist, but because we're black and can't be racist, it's not. The difference is casual racism and structural racism. Structural racism is that racism that's built from, slavery and the power and being, repressed or whatever. Casual racism is the thing that's more what I'm speaking to today as far as what black people can be, where we're using racially backed opinions and racially backed emotions.
Yeah, but that's like discrimination or stereotyping. Like, I don't feel like it has to be labeled as racism, because then that still puts that negative connotation of, oh, now this person is like kind of thinking that they're better than me. Even if you are judging somebody based off their skin color, it doesn't have it might not have anything to do with you thinking that you're better than them, or you are in a better position in this country.
But that's my point of the separation between structural and casual. The structural may be based off power and who's in what position. Casual isn't. It has nothing to do with that. So that anybody can do it.
Like discrimination or stereotypes.
You see,
like what's the difference between casual racism and stereotypes?
Because we're only choosing to make that difference to alleviate the severity of what we're doing.
No,
like we're only not calling it casual racism, and we rather call it stereotyping or just being prejudiced or whatever, because we refuse to accept the label that black people can be racist.
No,
but that downplays the fact that we're being racist. Yeah, we being prejudiced.
When people say black people like when people say black people like watermelon or something like that, that's not racism. That's stereotyping.
That's casual racism, though. Like,
it's the same as stereotypes.
Yeah. Okay. But you can say the same thing about white people. What they're doing is stereotyping based off race. Yeah. But we're always sure, and not all the time they're being racist because they necessarily think they're better than you or they think they're in a better position. But we're never going to miss the opportunity to make sure we call that racism.
I don't think that's right. But I'm just saying, I don't feel like it should be called racism, because it's not. Racism doesn't
both ways?
No, the casual way. Racism is not casual. When you're thinking of racism, you're thinking about the oppression and everything else that comes with it. When you're thinking about an individual situation where somebody is judging you based off your race and they don't have any type of power over you, then that's just a stereotype, or somebody's hating. Somebody just does not like you. Just like if you want to be mad about somebody's religion and not, choose to associate with them, that's not being like, oh, casual, I don't even know what the word for being.
Yeah, but that's not the same thing. No, racism is racism. The reason why you can't think of a word for religion is because...
no, they do have a word for that.
Well, either way, I think that casual racism is a thing. I mean, I feel like you sort of kind of trying to say it's not really a thing because it's something else. It's prejudice.
I just don't like how racism is being used interchangeably still. Like, racism is racism when it's about the structure. Other than that, I don't feel like racism is on that level. Like, I don't see.
So what if some poor white dude is being racist as hell? You in a better economic position than him. By your definition, he's not being racist.
No. I'm gonna be like, this nigga's a hater or something like that. Like,
he could be saying, you dirty nigger.
Okay, I don't think I'm a nigger. That's not racist to me. I'm not a nigger.
Or anything racist. He could be saying racist shit.
But you cannot.
And you be like, you're not a racist.
You cannot if I call that white man a cracker, you think he's gonna be mad? You think he's gonna have the same type of reaction if he called me a nigger?
It's still racist.
No, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same.
Because of the history. But if we just going off of the behavior as it is today, it is the same. Because that poor white dude, there's no power. He's not above us.
Okay. I mean, I get what you're saying, but I just don't agree. I feel like it's not like racism shouldn't be used interchangeably.
Yeah, I just feel like we got a tendency, even with the situation, taking it back to the situation with the dude in the supermarket. It's just another situation of us downplaying a situation when it's and you just spoke towards it, or you just highlighted how even dating all the way back, we have a pattern of behavior where we defend stuff within our own community, even if the same behavior looked at outside the community is bad.
Okay,
and you just said it evolved.
To what I feel and what I think, and I'm telling you that if somebody was like, oh, like they just called me a nigger, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, like, you know, like this is like, you know, like I don't feel like he has any type of power over me. He's just trying to get a reaction or something. Like then that's when he has power over me. I'm not
Okay, so
a
question.
reaction.
Side note. So I don't know if y'all familiar, but this is a woman out there named Hannah Brown, right? We just saw that strong on the internet just a second ago. Do you think she's wrong, or she should be apologizing, or?
I feel like it's a sticky.
Speak up.
A sticky drum. Like I feel like if we thinking about
here, let me let them know what happened real quick. Hannah Brown, by the way, if y'all didn't know, she's on some reality show.
Or something like
yeah,
that.
And she was singing a song drunk as hell, and and it had nigga in it, but she used the hard ER version when she was rapping the song.
I did not hear that. I heard her say nigga. I mean, either way, she used it.
She said it, and people was upset about it. Right. So she
and then
white
like and then they told her right away or whatever, and she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't really, whatever." So that wasn't even really like an apology that people would.
But do you have a problem with her saying that? Would you have made her apologize?
I would have told her why that's weird. Like it's kind of like it's weird, but I feel like I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're racist or you are a bad person because you used that in the song, like you were singing the song. Like I'm gonna let you know, like, okay, that might make me feel uncomfortable because of whatever. Like how they was talking about it on the Breakfast Club. Like it's complicated with us. Like if we should use it or if we shouldn't, if we should feel, you know, offended or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's our right to be able to say that or however. And if she made me feel uncomfortable at that moment by her using it, I would have told her. But if like in that video, I would have been like, yo, chill.